What is up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Royce Chamberlin. I'm a videographer based out in Tampa, Florida. And if you're subscribed to me, congratulations, you're an awesome person. If you're not, you need to subscribe to become an awesome person. I don't make up the rules, it's just how they are. In this video today, I'm going to be comparing and trying to understand with you is, the difference between 4K and 1080p. There's a big difference, and if you understand it at all, you know that it deals a lot with pixels. Most people look at it in just quality, which in the overall perspective, I guess it is, but there's a lot of different resolutions you can film in, and a lot of different resolutions that have been the standard over the years. So I'm going to go over a list here, right, just so you can understand, and I'll have a little chart to kind of visualize it for you. But back in the day, I honestly don't know like when this was ever the standard, but there's a resolution. It's basically dog poop, but it's 720 by 480, or just 480p is what it's called. And that means in your picture, you have 720 by 480 pixels tall. Real blurry, not great when you're watching something on like a 1080 or a 4K screen. The next up from that is standard definition. That would be 720p, or in pixels, 1280. So 1280 pixels horizontally by 720 pixels tall. In today is absolute garbage. It's hot trash. Nobody films in that. If you do film in that, I feel bad for you. 720p is not great. The two big comparisons, right? And the one that people debate over is 1080p and 4K, which is what the video is about. 1080p is 1920, so 9,920 pixels horizontally by 1,080 pixels tall. This is considered high definition. So most TVs growing up for me, I'm 22 years old, I'm a young guy. Growing up for me, 1080p was like the max resolution you can get. Up until about 8 or 9 years ago, a decade ago, it was 4K. And when 4K first came out, it was like blowing people's mind. It was super crisp and clear, and they had 4K TVs and all this different stuff. It was incredible. 4K, right, is actually not 4K. Well, let me explain this part actually. 4K, how you normally film it, most cameras will film 4K in 3,840 pixels horizontally by 2,160 pixels. That's like 4K. That's like standard 4K. That's not actually 4K. Obviously, the numbers there don't add up. There's, 3,840 pixels. That's not 4,000 pixels, but that's a big jump from 1080. There is one jump ahead of that. That's actual 4K or DCI for movies, right? And it's actually what I'm filming in right now. So what I'm filming in is actual 4K, so 4,096 pixels horizontally by 2,160 pixels. That's actually 4K. The big question here is it okay, really, is the question. Is it okay to film in 1080? There's a lot of scenarios where it's perfectly fine to film in 1080. Nobody's ever gonna notice. For instance, Reels, most iPhones are like, they can film 4K. It's not true 4K, it's the 3000 one. But, for like TikTok, Instagram Reels, stuff like that, 1080p, perfectly fine. Most YouTube videos are perfectly fine in 1080p as well, because YouTube compresses either way. You can upload in 4K. This will be uploaded in 4K. If you want to watch it in 4K, you can clip a couple buttons and make it 4K. But, that's nice. But, we'll do a comparison here. I'll show you two clips, okay? Side by side. One is 1080, one is 4K. You probably notice a little bit, but you'll really notice when you crop in on the clips. When you take and you magnify that clip 10x or whatever, and you're looking at the details, the small details of the clip, that's where it's noticeable. So imagine, nowadays they've got 85-inch TVs and you're watching something in 1080 versus 4K, you're gonna notice that stuff versus when you're watching it on a small phone, right? So that's the major difference. Technically, right, it's the amount of pixels, and there's a big jump from 1080 to 4K. Personally, as a filmmaker, and this is my advice to you, don't film in 1080. Don't just film in 4K. Almost every camera nowadays can do it. It takes up more space. The file that I'm gonna have for this right here is gonna be a big file because it's filmed in actual 4K. Another thing when it comes to 4K versus actual 4K, the dimensions, like the actual aspect ratio of the screen's a little bit different. Let's take a look at our chart again. You're going from 720 to 1080. They fit in the same box, the same aspect ratio. You go from 4K to DCI 4K, and you'll notice that the end just sticks out a little bit more. Okay, it's not that much bigger, and really you're not gonna notice a real difference in 4K versus DCI, or Ultra 4K we'll call it. You're not gonna notice a difference, right? But it's a few more pixels there, a little bit more information for the editor or for the viewer to see. So it's nice to have that option, and again, most everything is filmed in DCI. Like, professionally it's filmed in DCI 4K. Commercials, TV shows, stuff like that, it's all filmed in DCI. If you ever watched a TV show and you notice that the top and bottom are just a little bit chopped off, not like cinematic bars, but just a little bit chopped off, that means it's filmed, you're seeing the full, you're seeing the full aspect ratio of Ultra 4K. So that's the difference. You see the comparison there. You choose, I'll let you choose whatever you think is the best fit for you. Again, you can take into consideration things like how much storage is this gonna take, stuff like that. Another point I'll go into is live streaming. I don't live stream in 4K. I do deal with a lot of live streaming. I work with a lot of live streaming, and we do it all in 1080. And if our internet's really bad, we do go to 720. But that's in like emergency. We've got really bad internet, and we just need to be live and not look like crap. Even though by default, if it's 720, it's gonna look like crap. But 1080 is still, I'd say, standard. And so the titles that they give them, 720 standard definition and 1080's high definition and 4K's ultra definition, right? I think 720s should be changed. I should start a petition. 720p should be low definition. 1080p should be high definition. And 4K can still be ultra definition, I guess. Or maybe we do 720 low, 1080p standard, 4K ultra or high definition, and then true 4K DCI can be the ultra. It's just my opinion. Even though, again, the difference between 4K and actual 4K, DCI or Ultra 4K are slight, it's there. You get more there. So it's an option to film in. So take with this what you will. I hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, and comment. Please leave a comment. Talk to me. I promise I will respond to every single comment. I don't have a lot of subscribers right now, but I will respond to every single comment until it gets unbearable. So leave a comment, I'll respond, ask your questions, let me know what you want me to film, and I'll be able to do it. So peace out.